But it says that creation node's unexplored, and you're not getting the mana from it. Like they're all grayed out.
I don't know what tells you that.
Do you see that? Are they blue on your screen? Or I assume it says explored.
No, it actually does say unexplored. Weird.
Oh, did
Something
you
must.
cleared the army that was there?
Yeah, I cleared it. I fought a whole
Hmm.
battle and everything.
Maybe you should send that one sun guard to go step on it.
Ha- have we gotten income
That's
from
kind of
mana
weird.
nodes near forts before?
They should be. Yeah,
I
yeah. If you click on, I'm looking at mine. I mean, they don't have any, but there's like a number for it. There's like a slot for it.
near where? I mean, there's a
Well, like
slot for mana,
if you
but
click, yeah, if you click on the forts, it'll say, gold, mana, and knowledge.
doesn't mean it's bringing any in. Oh, Mataseer
It
is
should be able to.
Mataseer is bring one in
Oh
from
yeah,
its
yeah.
creation node.
Yeah. For some reason, the game doesn't think that creation node's been explored.
Joe, I think your mic slipped a little close to your mouth right now. It suddenly got
Oh,
very. That's
sorry.
better.
Let me.
It felt like I was inside your mouth. I'm like, what the heck? I'm getting
Sorry.
a headache from this.
Yeah, I can turn the gain down a little bit too. But yeah, I don't know. See if just sending a unit there fixes it.
Yeah, I might send the other unit anyways. The one that's just camping there. I got
Yeah.
no reason not to.
Oh, there we go. That fixes it, right?
Uh,
Did your
not
mana
only that, but
go
I
up?
got a lump sum of mana for re-exploring it.
Oh, that is really weird.
Maybe the
Well,
mana node got clawed, it like got too much mana. Is that a
huh.
feature?
Yeah. Just had to clean it off. I don't know. Hmm. Is there any way that you could have killed them without entering the node?
No, there is not.
Hmm. That's really weird.
Um,
Huh.
it's telling me
Oh
that
well.
you completed Eternal City. Took you 32 turns since the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And it's telling you got the reward, so I guess it announces it to everyone in game. Uh, this Goblin Outpost wants to be my vassal. Not a chance.
No?
Swabby.
Oh, all the way down there. They're good though.
Yeah, so was the Goblin Outpost that declared war on before, wherever it is. Wasn't Isfar, that's halfling. Or was that, it might have been actually Zwabi that I declared war on him before, and then they've forgiven me, made peace.
They're the only ones I see.
I think I might have declared on him before and somehow ended up at peace again. Anyways, I'm tempted to just declare on him again. It would make my Goblin's race happiness even worse, though. And if I do ever decide for
Yeah.
some reason I want a Goblin hero, I'd probably rather just intrude on their territory, maybe? I don't know. I might be losing an opportunity because how long until it becomes a vassal of the goblins who are just south of them? I'm surprised they haven't vassalized it already. Maybe I should declare on them again. Oh, I have a goblin. Speak of the devil. You know, this has become a thing lately. I talk about something and then it shows up in a game.
Yeah.
I was saying, what if I get a goblin hero?
You just got one?
Yep, goblin warlord who showed up at my dwarven city. Probably because I
Oh.
now have 3 cities instead of 2. She's armored like all warlords, which makes her a little less weak than goblins usually are. Goblins have -5 health, which is far less of a problem for heroes because they end up with some ludicrous HP totals.
Yeah.
And 40% blight protection. And they get the wetlands walking and foraging and cave crawling of all goblins, and tunneling. Oh no, tunneling is her gimmick. She's a warlord who can tunnel.
Oh,
Uh,
huh.
um, it's not a great gimmick, but the blight protection is pretty nice. There's a lot of units who get that. I'd argue we'd rather have 2 levels of blight protection than 5 HP. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, especially when I'm fighting other goblins. I don't think
Right.
my race happiness with the goblins is that bad yet. It's minus 100. Uh, does that affect anything at that level? I don't know. Let's see. Uh, yeah, it only affects it when it reaches tiers. So as long as I don't declare war on the Goblin City again, I could recruit her. Um, I guess if it's a choice about getting some extra evil points at the cost of Goblin alignment or taking the Warlord. I like Warlord heroes because they're armored. Um, although Dreadnoughts might be armored too. I forget. This lag, man, this lag is killing me. Yeah, Dreadnoughts are armored as well, and they start with guns. Um, Dreadnoughts actually have some pretty cool spells. Could attack her. She she will probably hang around for a little while. Or no, I have to decide this turn, don't I? It won't let me. Uh, she wants 250 mana. I mean gold. It does say mana. Uh, how do you feel about helping me kill a goblin hero so that I can get more evil? So that I can cleanse more blight? I mean, the
You
goblins are
want to
kind
kill
of
the
this.
hero?
Goblins are kind of canonically the source of the blight. Is the thing. Like, so declaring war on goblin villages and killing goblin heroes in order to cleanse the blight actually makes a little bit of sense. Like, it's not actually as ridiculous as it sounds.
Yeah.
Regardless, I trained another dwarven prospector. This really is lagging like crazy. And I built
Do you have
one.
anything open?
Nope.
Hmm.
Fairfields is now a city. Halfling City that I,
Yeah, it might be worth taking a moment to restart your computer at some point.
well, it'll be more than a moment.
Oh yeah.
After this, I could cut this video in a sec, maybe after one battle, and save this, restart the computer, re up the. It would probably deal with it. It's probably a RAM issue, like Microsoft Clump doing a bad job of clearing up RAM. Uh, anyways, yeah, I think I don't. She's not a bad hero, and Goblin Warlords are pretty good. Um, I mean, sorry, Warlords are pretty good to have. It's just that I would like to be able to cleanse some of the blight. Um, it is kind of a pain, although there isn't that much of it. There isn't that bloody much of it. Well, I say that, but we haven't explored huge areas. It's probably this huge lump. Um, hmm. Or even just cleanse some tropical terrain to temper it if somewhere if I wanted to stick a dwarven city. Thought about sticking one north of my capital, resettling the tyrants there to dwarven someday. It would upset the tyrants, but if I get to max racial happiness, it won't matter. Um, hmm. Right. Uh, well, I'm getting beyond myself. There's no way that two prospectors kill that hero. Um, I might not have the means. I'll have to see if it lets me end the turn without doing anything. Because if I tell her prepare to be destroyed, there's no question she could take the city.
Yeah.
Especially because these prospectors are going to get a little bit weaker in a second. Um, because they are going to help you, or rather, they're going to attack these brigands with your help. And then there's also the scoundrels above ground. That'd be a harder fight, and this lag is bothering me. So how about we do the underground fight first, then I say reinitialize, and then we do the probably longer above ground brigand fight. I mean, there's not much else actually that's likely to be going on this turn.
Yeah.
Start raising militia because that just doesn't even cost casting points right now. But I'm just training two settler units to fill in some of my forts at this point. Take advantage of the dwarf comet while it takes 4 turns to build settlers. Only 3 turns for my cities. Well, that's a big deal for one of them. The other, I needed to build a dense vegetation spot. Uh, Wish I could have turned that barren, but I haven't gotten the terraforming for it. Who knows? Maybe seek inspiration. You said that was. Oh yeah, it's just 80 casting points. Maybe I could actually. Hmm. You know what? Screw the militia. I'm gonna start seeking inspiration because I really could use. Um. You gave me the idea. You might try it too, because we could use those terraforming for a little bit
Yeah.
of surplus mana. In particular, I like to terraform sites under cities before if if I'm doing the trick of shrinking the domain, or if I'm gonna build a fort and then settle it later. I like to at least terraform what's adjacent because you can't terraform the outskirts of a city later. So like northwest of Storone, oh now it got less laggy for a bit. Nelna Lear, that fort.
Yeah.
Uh, that one's a good place for a Tigran outpost, especially it's on the edge of tropical, which elves hate and dwarves hate. So it's probably
That's true.
and frostlings, so it's definitely an appropriate place for Tigrans. Uh, Turning the tiles adjacent to that fort into barrens would make the future city happier, and there'd be no way to do it later. So that's just one example of what terraforming can do. Um, like why it's good to do it before you found a city.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, if the lag's gone, it is. It just miraculously ended. You know, I bet it's Windows downloading some stupid update. If I opened Windows Update, it would probably say it was downloading an update and it didn't ask my permission. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because it likes to do that between like 3 and 5 a.m.
Uh,
That's what it freaking was. It downloaded some stupid update without permission, and then like in a day or two, it'll say, "Would you like to install this update we downloaded without asking you?" I freaking hate Microsoft. It wasn't Clipchamp, which is another Microsoft program. It was their freaking Windows update. Anyways, let's deal with these brigands. And then maybe the other brigands, and turn up the volume
oh,
here.
I'm like already flanking, basically. Oh, they're going for me. Okay.
They're going
Crippled
for your
my
hero. That's the
drone.
it's best if they go for your hero because your hero heals quicker.
Yeah.
He has fast healing. Yeah, fast healing as a leader. Yeah, they did cripple her, which reduces her movement, but that's just a reason for her to shoot them instead of trying to charge them. That's all.
Yeah.
Uh, she could charge them, but she would only, I think, have one move at the end of the charge, thanks to that. Um, but yeah, I've got my two prospectors here to give you a hand. Who I guess are just gonna do their best to close quickly. Um, try and throw some stones to set up flanking for you. There's not much they can do. Um, that doesn't mean it's not useful to have me here. I can cast a spell at double casting point cost. Although, if I spend more than 6, yeah, it will delay. Unless I clear some unnatural creatures, I won't have the casting points to seek inspiration for a little longer. Orc Goblin, High Elf Scoundrel. Do you have any units that could really use a hand? You got that one Axeman at 19 health. I don't want you to lose that. Um, all right, I'm gonna give that weakened dwarf last stand for you.
You give him what? Last stand?
I'll rotate it so it's the same way. It's the second one from the left for you.
Yeah.
It's only got 19 health. I'm gonna give it the last stand ability. So if they choose to shoot it, they're not gonna do much.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I also almost forgot that I'll get extra casting points. I think next turn or the turn after from I'm doing a tech for it. I hadn't been running those techs, but I finally got around to one. Yeah, the last stand ability gives extra +2 defense, first strike, and the polearm ability. Polearm is useful against cavalry, but for this important thing is it gets +2 defense and first strike, and then when it's guarding, like it currently is, it gets double defense bonuses. So you'll see it
Yeah.
currently has 20 defense and 14 resistance, which is ridiculous. Like, if the
Yeah.
goblin shoots it now, it only does 2 damage. So that
Well,
really helps compared to any of the other axemen where it does 3 to 4 damage. Um, and with if the axeman were to close into a defensive strike, the retaliation would only do 1 to 2 damage on it. Versus for any of the other axemen, it would be 1 to 3. I guess it's not a huge difference, but it still helps a unit that's pretty weak.
yeah.
All right. Anyways, on the turn, my prospectors are racing forward to give you a hand or
Okay.
distract them. It's your go. Um, I would go for the goblin because it's has like severely poisoned arrows, and then
Yeah.
the high elf is the next most dangerous. The orc is actually pretty bad at range. It only throws javelins instead of shooting a crossbow. And although yeah, it has extra health mainly, the orc, and extra defense. It's actually tougher to kill. That's interesting. Oh no, that's because it's guarding. Yeah, it just has extra 5 HP, and mainly it's got more melee strength than the others.
Should I close to melee with the Goblin Scout with my Axeman?
Uh, I mean, yeah, defensive strike is an amazing ability because it you go into guard mode before the retaliation strike. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Uh, so you suffer less retaliation. Because what?
And I
Yeah,
should be able to. I think I can get two of these dwarves to flank. Well, not two, but one to set up flanking and the other to flank.
yeah. Hmm.
Oh wait, actually three if I include. Oh no, I don't know how many hits it's gonna take, but if I use the weakened one, I can get behind it better. Actually,
Yeah, and then have that one go behind and do a defensive strike.
yeah.
Yeah, the
All right.
weakened one. I would start with that, and then because it only hits once, the thing won't even get a retaliation.
Yeah. Oh, it should die on its next hit then.
Yep,
Decent chance of it. Maybe guaranteed. I don't know.
your hero can probably finish it off with
I forget the hero could
arrows.
shoot one of the other
Yeah,
scoundrels. Because
probably shoot
this
that
axeman
one.
on the right, to the right of the hero can. Should I even defensive strike it? Because it should. Well, yeah, it's probably worth it actually.
To be in guard mode against the other ones.
Yeah.
I would probably just have. Hold on, and what's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Your vampire spider, I think, um, should be able to kill that
Yeah.
thing. It could. It doesn't even. It doesn't have to move. It could hit it from directly behind. Right? What's the melee damage? 7, 4, and would have flanking. I think your vampire spider could just kill the goblin scoundrel, and that would be the preferred one to do it because
A goblin.
the vampire spider, because it doesn't have any kind of defensive strike thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit nearly as hard, and if you use defensive strikes, it gets on cooldown. So yeah, and the position that it could hit it from would put it behind cover the spider. So yeah, I would use
You're cutting out a bit.
I would have the spider hit the goblin from behind. You know,
Okay.
be behind cover after it does it. But
That makes sense.
yeah, I'm getting the lag spikes again. It's probably trying to install an update now. I'm gonna have to restart this after. Uh, dead,
Yeah.
dead. And the spider got
All
5
right.
XP from that. It's getting close to leveling up.
Oh,
Uh,
sweet.
um,
Where should I put the? Where should I send ominous? Maybe two tiles to the top right. That way I can take two shots at that high elf.
uh, bu- 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 um, she can move 2 tiles. She goes top right twice. She was probably gonna wanna like. How long is she crippled? How long until that wears off?
If she what?
I'm trying to figure out how long she's crippled. She has like a crossbow bolt sticking through her horse's leg or
Oh,
something.
what's crippled do?
Reduces movement by
Oh,
-12.
right. So she can move
Uh,
tiles to still be in the yellow.
yeah, I would just move directly forward. You want them to encourage them to attack the hero and not the dwarves, because the dwarves will take longer to heal up.
Okay. Forward. How many tiles?
Just 2 in a straight line, if that's how much
Won't
to not.
she have not range, line of sight penalties?
She's gonna have a line of sight penalty anyways. Even the upper right isn't that blocked by vegetation. It looks like.
Oh,
Yeah, that's like a big
um,
cluster of fungus and stuff.
sheesh. It looks like there's no line of sight penalties.
She would have
Um,
to. If she moved just 2 upper right, no, there should be. She would have to move 3 tiles. 1, 2. She have to move 4 tiles to avoid line of sight
four tiles? You
against the
sure?
high elf.
Yeah.
Because you see, there's scenery in
You
the
use
way. She has to
yeah, but
stand
that
adjacent to the scenery to avoid the line of sight penalties.
is that not? Oh, this is a bad model. Can you not just walk by that tree thing? Because it's really unclear how many. Does that take up 3 tiles? This three that the spider's next to? 'Cause on my
Three.
screen, it looks like it's only taking up like
What you've
one.
got is that there's more of it, but it becomes invisible if you're looking at it from certain angles. If you rotate the camera around with Q and E, you'd see it better. There's a whole mess. There's a lot more than 3 tiles. There's like 12 tiles of foliage there. You can tell by the if you have the hex grid. Do you have the hex grid displayed on your? Because I know it's not always
Oh,
on.
yeah. No, I see now. Yeah, I had to turn the hex grid on.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
turn the
I
hex
see.
grid on, you'll see the ones
That's a
without
solid ton.
borders
Okay.
between them. That's a solid lump
Good.
of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tiles of
Yeah, I thought
foliage
I
there.
thought I thought that tree to the left was separate from the other stuff.
No, that's just part of a
Okay.
huge cluster of it.
Yeah,
So
that makes
she
sense.
she should move in a straight line 2 tiles. Probably she's gonna suffer line of sight regardless, but this will get her closer
Yeah.
to actually
Oh, she's got no
like.
line of sight penalties on the orc, actually. She just barely misses it.
Oh, well then maybe shoot the orc. You're gonna have to kill it sooner or later, and I think she can inflict bleeding wounds, right?
She doesn't.
Oh,
No.
not yet. You haven't
Just
taken
my
the
just
upgrade.
my archer units.
Yeah, she does get that upgrade, but she hasn't taken it yet. So yeah, I would just shoot the orc.
All right.
Natural enmity between orcs and elves. I don't know. That thing's pretty close to dying. She'll probably kill it with the next set of. Or actually, my prospectors will kill it with some stones to the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're close enough. They should be able to throw stones next turn, I think. If they
Yeah, most
move their
likely.
full movement. It's like a crossbow. It's not a multiple attack. It's a one attack per turn. Yep.
Where should I move my
Should
X-Men?
be should be able to do 11 damage each or more with flanking. Should be 16 each. So,
Should I just move
um,
all my X-Men up next to Ominous? To the
uh,
left?
we got the high elf scoundrel to worry about. I would say the one on the far left could probably fall in behind the other axeman and just guard because it's probably going to want to race on the foliage next turn and hit the high elf in melee to establish flanking.
You want me to move the other two around the right?
No, the one on the far left. You see that
Oh,
axeman stay on the left? I was saying I would probably move it right behind the one with
last stand.
yeah.
Well, isn't that a better place to put the other X-Men? On the right?
Uh oh yeah, it can reach there, can it? Uh yeah, you could put it to not directly behind, but behind and to the left. That'll still leave that tile open for the other one. And that might actually force them to shoot over the other axeman if they. So they'll go for the last stand one, which is better defended. So yeah,
Right here?
one more tile up, is what I'm saying.
Ah, okay.
Because if the high elf one at least tries to shoot, it'll suffer line of sight penalties. If it tries to hit the axeman that's in the rear, it would have to shoot the one that's got last stand to avoid it. And it'll still only do like 1 to 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then the one on the right, file in behind the one that's got last stand.
Um, Hold on. I just realized you probably should have had the one on the left move in front of Awanes before she moved forward too. She would have still not suffered
Oh,
line of sight, and it would have been able to get in front of her. Too late now, but
oh, yeah. Shoot.
I suppose it would have been more likely to get shot in the face there, staying on the. Better that they attacked the hero. They'll probably shoot the vampire spider though and do some real damage to it. I would have the one on the left just move behind the leftmost axeman, and the other one on the right, um, it it could circle around the right side of the foliage, I guess. That's really all it can do is move around the right side.
The rightmost axeman
Yeah,
move to the right around the object.
yeah. It's
Okay.
gonna take a while to get through there, but it can at least threaten to flank this way.
Yeah. And then this last one behind. Just move to the top left for straight. Like forward a
Uh,
line to the top left to be behind the healthier dwarf. Is that what you said?
um, yeah. I'm thinking about that actually. If it moved there, let's see. Depends where they choose to move their orc. Uh, this is partly also about controlling their movement. Now that I think about it, uh, I would actually have it go behind the one on the right and go there
Behind the right
because
dwarf.
yeah, behind the one that you moved around the foliage on the right side, so that they don't try
Oh,
and pull back to the right, because that's actually the biggest risk. That would be the smartest move for them right now, because then they would only have to face that one axeman. So
okay.
this way they'll have to face two, and they probably won't do that. So instead
All
they'll
right.
stay in place, and then my prospectors and your hero will kill them, and if not, the two axemen who are close enough to maybe melee. Most likely they'll shoot the vampire spider, though, and hopefully not kill it.
Yeah.
Yep, it's in sorry shape, though. Although the vampire spider can drain life from them, if it set up like flanking, should be able to get some of that health back it lost by sucking the blood of them. I want to suck your blood. I'm a vampire spider. Only 6-9? Oh, because of the range penalty, even though it has flanking. Uh, hmm. Can't quite kill that thing, but I can severely weaken it, I suppose. Well, that's fine. The more hits my prospectors take for better troops. Oh, wait. I could set up flanking on the high elf. I'd suffer line of sight penalties and stuff, but it would then ONS should be able to just murder it at range. The high elf scoundrel. There's only a small chance to kill the orc outright. One of your dwarves could probably do that. Yeah, I'll set up
Yeah.
flanking for you on the high elf. It's probably more useful. Save the experience for your better troops, because these prospectors, I mean, they're regulars, they're militia basically. They'll defend the city against any future scoundrel attacks, especially once they have some city walls up. That'll help, but I don't even think there's wooden walls at the city yet. Definitely not stone. Um, that's why I'm building a builder's hall to get some stone walls up the city. Let's see. Uh, you should be able to have the last stand axeman.
Yeah.
Let's see. The orc is facing the one that just shot it. But it looks like it wouldn't. Yeah, there'd still be flanking, but it has first strike, so not that matters. These don't have first strike, anyways. Um, 3, 4. Oh, okay. You're gonna actually want the last stand axeman to move in front of the orc scoundrel and hit it there 3 tiles instead of the most direct path, so that the other one has a way to reach the high elf in melee.
In front of. What do you mean by in front of?
It's facing
Like
my
where?
prospectors. I would have it move in
Yeah.
front of the orc and just,
Move to where it's facing.
yes, it won't get a retaliation because it'll be dead anyhow. It's not, yeah, just avoid moving next to it until you're ready to strike. You don't want
Okay.
it to get,
Right here.
yep, 12 to 18, it'll be dead.
You want me to kill it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Or should I kill with the vampire spider?
Um, how much would the vampire spider do in a melee hit?
7 to 11 and 6 to 8.
So there's a chance it wouldn't kill it if it did minimum damage and that would suffer a retaliation.
No, it'll kill it. 7 to 11 plus 6 to 8.
Oh, you're saying of
So
each
7
damage
7
type.
plus 6 is 13. 13 minimum.
Oh, yeah, I misunderstood.
But then
Oh,
he'll be in the way.
hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, he'll be in the way and you won't necessarily be able to kill the high elf this turn. I would just kill it with the dwarf axeman. The spider should be able to maybe finish off the high elf to get some health back. If it
All right.
does the last hit, it won't have flanking, but if it does the last hit, it'll get 4 health back. So I would just,
Yeah.
yeah, because the spider has a lot of movement. That's the thing. Oh, it only has 20 because it got crippled. Shoot, I didn't realize. Never mind. Spider couldn't reach anyways.
Oh.
The other one. Oh well. Um, yeah. Alana should be able to. She can move 1 tile and still have flanking, right? She moves a tile. Well, it won't matter. She won't have line of
You
sight.
can move
Well,
what? How many tiles?
I was gonna say if she
Just
moves
one
it,
for.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Was she still? Is that still green radius for her?
So you can only move 1 tile right now and have green.
Yeah. I guess she can move behind the spider. She's not. She's gonna suffer line of sight no matter what. But if she stands there, at least better chance of flanking.
She has flanking right now.
Yeah, but you want to set it up for the other axeman, because, or she's gonna have to move further than that to set up flanking, isn't she? Let's see. What's her maximum movement?
Maximum what?
Movement.
4 tiles.
4 tiles. She would set up on base damage of 15, 22. Yeah, I guess she just needs to. You're not going to be able to hit the thing. May not be able to kill it this turn, but I'll kill it with some stones, I guess. Yeah, I would have her move. Spider can move, even though it's crippled, can still move out of the way. Yeah, I guess would have her move where the spider is right now.
Yeah.
So have the spider move on the goblin's corpse,
Okay.
and then Awanes can shoot it from there. So that she starts to move to the right is the idea.
Yeah, there you go. No line of sight penalties.
Oh, you don't suffer line of sight penalties there? I expected.
Nope. Doesn't look like it.
Ah, cool.
Don't know why,
She's staying
but
next to the foliage. I guess it. I don't know why either. I guess it goes
considered one
between
object.
parts of it. Yeah, it gets weird with how it does
Hmm.
big things like this. Well, anyways, might as well shoot it. Although no, wait.
She might
Uh,
kill it outright.
she might. She will. She's
Yeah, she
guaranteed
will.
to kill. Almost, well, not almost. Well, because it'd be 11. Yeah, thing was 8 defense. 12, then average damage of 13 two more times. So yeah, it's almost certain to kill it. Should have to roll really low not to. The axeman on the left could 4 more XP in a level up, so I would have it go do a defensive strike on the high elf, even though it might suffer retaliation, just to get the
You want
XP.
me to defensive strike it
Yeah, with the
with the
axeman on the
one?
left,
Yeah.
and then Alwyness can shoot it 3 times to finish it. Just
All right.
because if this gives the axeman an experience level, it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't, get him closer. Nope.
Only got
Got
1 XP. Why?
no, it got 3 XP.
Oh,
It,
3.
it had
Oh,
21. Got
okay.
it's just
That's
one,
good.
still 1 XP away from leveling. Oh well. Well,
Should I finish it off with the with ONS?
um, yeah, might as well. Before it gets the
Okay.
chance to shoot the spider again.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right. Well, we are an hour and 27 minutes here. I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to reload all this because it is being laggy as hell. It's going to take a sec. So you're good to come back and do another video or two after, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we can you can save it and restart your computer.
All right. Well, folks on YouTube, I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May you always find guiding star to lead you home. I do. Best luck.